Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kurtivada. In this video, we will learn how to send the UI from backend itself. So there is a mechanism where you will be giving a route. Based on that route, automatically the backend response will be in a HTML format, and how that can be done in Next.js. So let me go into another slide. So here in this, to learn how to send a UI from backend, we have to go through route handlers and how these route handlers will be used in Next.js. So let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. Here, what I'll do is, this is my Next.js page.js, and what I'll do is I'll create one folder called as API, and inside this API I'll create a file, or if you want to create another folder you can create a folder. Let me create home. And normally whenever we use any route, it automatically renders on the UI if you are using a front end routes. For example, let me go with new file and called as route.js. And how this route.js will work is, it always expects a handler which will be returned by that particular route. So here we can use any methods of APIs like get, patch, put, post, delete. For now, I want to get a HTML content and give it to the browser. So in that case, what I can do is I can use export async, and I can create a function, and the function name is get. So this is the naming convention. We have to use get as this capital letters only, and let me return a new response, and the new response is something like hello, this is my route URL, and save this. Now let me go back, and you can see, let me refresh. Now nothing happened, but when I go to API slash home, you'll be seeing hello, this is my route URL. Let me go into the inspect. So we are trying to write a network call or an API call from this. So let me go and check the network once again. And once you refresh this, let's check what is the API call it's triggering. So it is triggering to home, and the whole HTML content is sent from your backend. So that is how you can create your route URLs. So this is my route URL to get some static content from the backend. And in the same way, you can hit this get URLs, post URLs, put URLs. That means complete backend stuff you can do in Next.js as well. So as I mentioned in my introduction video, where this Next.js we can use front end as well as back end. For front end, we are writing all the things by using the React stuff, and for back end, we will be using this route.js, where it will create routes for us whenever you want to hit some API. If you see here, the URL for this is HTTP localhost API slash home, which is acting like a request URL. So this is how you can call your APIs from the application itself. So in the same way, we can use something like a JSON, where you can send the JSON response. So for example, I am sending the name as Techshareskk and save this. Now, if you trigger this again, you will be getting an object, because we are sending an object, and you can see what is the response inside this. So you got an object, we can stringify and send it. So as we are seeing complete object, what I'll do is I'll make stringify of, I'll just send this particular data from here and save this. Now let me hit this, and you can see complete JSON object whatever we are sending. So we can send any of the data to the URL as well. But this is not our case. In general, our case is something like this backend stuff. We'll be creating some set of APIs where it will provide you the endpoints, and that endpoints can be considered as this request URLs. All the request URLs we will be creating in this route.js. So whenever you create a route.js, it acts like a API handler, where if you want to return HTML, it acts like a browser URL. If you don't want to return a HTML content, you can use them as a API handlers. So we can create our own API handlers by using this particular route.js. And remember, it should have something called as async, and whatever the data or whatever the method we are trying to use, you can use with a capital letter. So get is a method which expects the get method of an API. If you see here, the method is get. If you write something with a post, the URL which you have to use is post. That we'll learn more in the upcoming videos as well. Don't worry about it. Now Let me go with one more thing. Like for example, I have a page.js and this is exporting a default value. So let me use default of a function and the function name is something like home and let me return a HTML content. It is like a app router. So let me use h1 and hi, this is home. So I'm returning a home page. Now, whenever I use a URL in the browser, which will be the priority, whether page.js will be the priority or route.js is the priority. Let's see that. So let me clear this off and hit this. Now you can see only Techshareskk. Why? Because it is picking up the route.js, not the page.js, not the route.js. It will pick the page.js because it will not pick the page.js. It will pick the route.js because that is the priority for it. So page.js will be overridden with our route.js. Now let's prove that. Let me rename this into route1.js and go here and let me refresh. Now you can see, hi, this is home. This is coming from page.js. So when you don't have route.js, it is picking the page.js. When you have route.js, it will always pick the route.js. And in these videos, I'll not concentrate on the UI stuff. Why? Because we want to create APIs by using route.js in these whole videos. So in the upcoming video, I'll create some APIs and we will trigger that APIs from the front end as well. For now, I'll target to create some set of APIs and how to utilize that APIs from our Postman we'll see in the upcoming videos. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.